Good morning, Legends. I'm Jesme Nichols, Student Council Vice President, and this is your Student Council update for the week. Next week, we will have study tables on Tuesday and Thursday right after school. Also, we are still accepting donations next week for our thrift store. That's all for today. Thank you, Northside. Have a great day.
Hello, Legends.
Welcome to Northside TV.
Here's the latest edition of the Weekly Northerner for Friday, December 15th, 2023. On Monday night, the Fantasy of Lights will host Teacher Night. The event is from 5:30 to 9 p.m. All of the FWCS teachers and employees will receive free admission with a valid district ID. The Fantasy of Lights is located at Franke Park on Sherman Boulevard, next to the Fort Wayne Children's Zoo.
Off-season football workouts for new and returning players are now taking place after school. The sessions are Monday through Thursday from 2:40 to 3:20 p.m. in the weight room. If you have any questions, talk to Coach BJ.
As it gets colder outside, make sure you don't forget to take care of your laptops. And as a reminder, students and staff, you should not leave your computers in the car or outside for long periods of time. The cold and heat from the building will create condensation inside the computer and will ruin your device. This also includes days if it rains or snows.
If it is raining or snowing heavily and the moisture gets inside your book bag, it'll ruin your computer. Wrap it inside your bag with a plastic grocery bags or something to protect it from the elements. If you do not have device insurance, you will be responsible for all charges and replacement fees.
Mock Trial Club is in full swing reading, studying, and prepping case materials for the upcoming competition in February. However, there are still some open spots for new members. The club meets every Wednesday right after school in B207 from 2:30 to 3:30. All grades are welcome to come and get to know what a mock trial is all about.
This year's case involves a drug company whose new medication allegedly caused health problems for an elderly survivor of World War II that couldn't be treated. If you're interested in studying the evidence for the prosecution and defense, come visit Mock Trial Club on Wednesday for one last meeting this semester.
If you are a student in co-op, Antis, AmPlab, or have an internship, send in photos to be featured in the yearbook. You can send your photos to the Northside Yearbook Instagram page.
Yesterday was the latest meeting for the book club. The club meets each Thursday from 3:10 to 4 p.m. in D319. The next book being discussed is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Size. All students and teachers are welcome to join.
Champions Together is looking for a few more members to join the basketball team this season. The team has practice on Mondays and Tuesdays from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. There are 6 games in the season. Good team members will show up, be kind, and most importantly, have fun. Their goal is to give everyone an opportunity to play basketball. For more information, see Mrs. Painter in C101 or Mr. Klein in the athletic office.
We would like to give a special shout out to the following students for having their artwork chosen for the Northside art display at Davies Delicious Bagels downtown. This display runs for about a month and can be found in the back room at Davies. 6 Northside students currently have their photos on display and 2 have paintings on display.
And now for your weekly weather update with tonight's forecast and what you can expect over the next several days.
The clouds increase Friday evening and it's a mostly cloudy night. Lows bottom out in the lower 30s with a light breeze. Expect more clouds across the region over the weekend and highs should top out in the mid to upper 40s each day.
There's a small chance of a few sprinkles Saturday night into Monday morning. That is our only rain chance in the next week or so. Highs are in the lower 40s early next week, but temperatures will slowly drop just a bit.
And now for your Legend Sports Update.
Tonight, the boys and girls basketball teams will host Snyder in a doubleheader at Baihei Arena. The girls' game will tip off at 6 p.m. and the boys' matchup will start at 7:30. The theme for tonight is Ugly Sweater. Both games will be live streamed on the Northside YouTube channel at NSHS Legends.
In between the boys and girls games, the Champions All Together basketball team will have their annual red versus white scrimmage. Be there and show your support for your fellow Legends. Here's what else is happening over the next week for Northside Athletics. And now it is time for your weekly 3DE update with a recap of what happened over the semester.
You will also hear some messages from Ms. Graham in the Media Center, your latest team of the week, the taste of the 05, some dad jokes, and more.
Good morning, Northside. This week for our team of the week, it's our varsity boys basketball team. Congrats. All right, Northside, I have with me senior Jackson Fugate. Jackson, what was it like to beat Southside at Southside in a pretty hostile environment?
It was good. Very good crowd. A lot of energy. I'm glad we just came out to win. It was a great game, but we just pulled through and won the game for Northside.
Now, Jackson, you did not feel good, correct?
Correct.
You were quite under the weather.
Yeah. Flu game.
So, who came through for the team when you were under the weather?
Fourth quarter overtime, we had both of the twins step up, Javius and Javion, and Jordan King hit some clutch free throws at the end of the game, and so did Eugene.
What is the game you're most looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to the Wayne game in January, and then Lawrence North game. I believe that's in January or February as well.
All right, thanks, Jackson. All right, now I have with me senior Eugene Young. Eugene, Snyder, right around the corner tonight at Northside. What are some keys to make sure we come home with a victory?
I say mainly play defense, get the ball to the bigs, and don't play to that tempo because it's a fast team. And just stick to our plans.
So this team seems different this year. What's different about the team you have this year?
I'd say we're more focused, we're more coachable, we play defense better, and we pass the ball along.
All right, thanks, Eugene.
For sure.
All right, first question. When you answer the questions, say your name, what grade you are, and then what position you are on the team.
I'm Jalea Page. I'm in 12th grade, and I play like a 4, like a post. Yeah.
And then, how did you guys do last week, and how you feel like as a team?
Well, last week we played against Southside, which is our rivalry game. I feel like we did okay, but you know that like when we play Southside, that's our rivalry game, so it could really go any way, and we just got outdid that day.
And then, what did you guys emphasize in practice this week as you move past that to get ready for this week's games?
We definitely emphasized on defense because our defense was a mess on Friday. So yeah, we did a lot of defensive work and just communicating with each other and being able to calm each other down when things get tough on the court.
And then with your games coming up, what's been your focus that you have been working on?
My focus is just building a bond with my teammates so we have better chemistry on the court. So yeah.
And then, with this being your last season, what's been your message to the underclassmen?
Just work really hard. You can turn around any season. Last season, when we went into the December, we had like no wins. We had maybe one, and then by the end of December, we had 5. So.
And then, what are you looking forward to the most with the semester ending and your Christmas holiday tournaments?
I'm really excited for those because I feel like that's where we shine the most. So I just hope that we can come out with all wins in the tournaments.
And then are you looking forward to anything Friday with the first doubleheader being here?
Oh yeah, first home doubleheader is really exciting. It's a lot of energy. The band plays, so that's nice too because our band is great. And yeah, it's just a lot of energy. I mean, we play Snyder, so it's going to definitely be tough, but yeah, the energy is going to be there.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Bringing some holiday cheer to kids and families who need it most. Students at Northside High School joined together for a morning of Christmas fun this week. And in tonight's Kids Who Care, Fox 55's Drew Fry takes a look at how a little team can make a big difference this season.
Northside High School's Kids Surviving Cancer event offers a Christmas boost to families who may need a bit of stress-free holiday fun. It's a decent bit of work for Dennis Fisher, dressed up as Santa Claus, but fortunately his students are there to lend a helping hand.
I have 29 elves helping me out with it. The kindness of their hearts coming out here and working with these kids, and they put a lot of time and effort into it.
Each Northside elf has their own reason for waking up early on a Sunday morning. JJ finds inspiration in their grandmother, facing a cancer battle similar to some of these young kids.
I like seeing the smiles on the kids' face. Like, I decorate cookies with them. It brings me a smile because I smile every time I decorate cookies with my family. So I'm like, some kids don't get to decorate cookies at home, so I thought, why not just do it here?
Upperclassmen are given the chance to reconnect with the same families who return each year. But even some of the newer relationships can be just as magical.
My family that I'm hosting right now has 5 children, and I have a lot in common with children. And getting to know them, it's really cool. It's really cool, and I'm having so much fun here.
And this holiday celebration happens to be extra special for Upri, an exchange student from Uzbekistan.
I didn't know about Christmas before, and like Santa, like presents and food, of course, and I love everything. I love Christmas now.
So this year will be a Christmas to remember not only for Upri, but for all the families meeting Fisher and catching a free show from some of Northside's top dancers. And of course, no Christmas party would be complete without a reading of The Night Before Christmas from Mrs. Claus. For Kids Who Care, I'm Drew Fry, Fox 55 News.
What a sweet story. And students say that event was months in the making. Santa and his helpers started planning it out once the school year began. Volunteers showed up 3 hours early this weekend to get everything set up. And if you know of a child or a group doing something amazing in our community, we want to hear about it. Just get in touch with Fox 55's Drew Fry. His social media and email are all right there on your screen.
My name's Liliana, and I'm here with
Mr. Miller.
Okay, today I'm going to read you some dad jokes. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. What falls in winter but never gets hurt?
Not sure.
Snow.
Snow.
What did one candle say to the other?
You burned me up.
I'll be going out tonight. Can a match box?
Do what?
Can a match box?
Yeah.
No, but a tin can. How much does Santa pay for his sleigh?
hay and reindeer?
Nothing. It was on the house. What's the difference between a fish and a guitar?
Well, the fish can swim.
You can tune a guitar, but you can't tune a fish.
Okay.
What did the pop star do when she locked herself out?
Screamed.
She sang until she found the right key. All right, that's all I got for you, Mr. Roller.
Okay, those are pretty good.
Good morning, Northside. So I'm Miss Fry, and I'm going to take you guys for Taste of the 05 today to one of my favorite places downtown. So when I first moved to Fort Wayne 3 years ago, this was the place I would always go to if I wanted breakfast, if I wanted a place to study, if I wanted coffee, anything of this sort. And we are going to be just outside of the downtown, like by the courthouse. We're on the corner of Washington and Broadway, and today I'm going to be taking you guys to Davy's Delicious Bagels. As you guys are walking to Davy's, the very first thing you're going to notice is how fun every single room you walk into. From the front room that's super more vibrant to the back room that's a little bit more moody, and they have a piano that people play back there sometimes. There's always a perfect mood whichever place you want to be. The back room is all Locust artists, including one of the workers there herself, Angelina. Then you transition over into the hallway where it's more selfie or photo ops. We got that food. And then you go into the back room where they host their late nights where you can play chess or pool, and you'll also find some Northside student artwork. We post a variety of different artworks there, anywhere from paintings, photography, and some drawings, and we'd love to get some ceramics added in there too, and some digital art. But anytime a piece sells, the money goes right back to the student because we love showcasing them as the true artists they are. Okay, I got my bagel here, so I do an Asiago bun, and then the Mad Ant, which has like jalapenos, the Davy's special sauce, ham, and eggs, and a little bit of cheese on there. So you guys eat first. Alrighty, I'm here with the owner of Davy's Delicious Bagels, Davy himself. We're just gonna kind of get to know a little bit of him since he's been so good to our Northside family. We're gonna show him some love too. So, Davy, how did you kind of land on starting a bagel shop of all the things? Like, what kind of brought you to that one specifically?
Yeah, that is a very long story, but I'll try to wrap it up. When I was younger, in my 20s, I worked at a bagel shop much like this one in Indianapolis, and I became very close and fond of the owners, and they were mentors of mine in my maturing and growth as a young man. And in my later years, into my 30s, COVID. I'll just stop there. COVID. The pandemic really just kind of shifted everything, and so I came back to Fort Wayne and opened the bagel shop.
Sweet. So how did you land on Fort Wayne specifically? Since were you from Indy originally?
Columbia City, Indiana.
Okay, so this is kind of home.
Yeah, I wasn't going to go back to Columbia City. That's a little too small. Fort Wayne. So I left in 2000, and I didn't come back until into the pandemic, and I was very pleasantly surprised on the evolution of Fort Wayne, and it's such a great town. And it, honestly, after about 2 days of just kind of driving around, and mind you, in the middle of a pandemic, everything's shut down. You just drove around for a few days, and it just felt right, felt good.
Yeah. And then you guys have on your menu like some very like Fort Wayne fitting, but like very fun names like the 07, Mad Ant, and things like that. How was like coming up with those names for the menu? Like, was it mostly you? Did you have some help, or like how did you kind of land on those?
So going back to the owners of the bagel shop that I worked at in Indianapolis, Susan, she suggested that I do that. She said just do like 2 or 3, make them hometown favorite type names, and then about a month before I opened, I was on a plane ride from Chicago back to Fort Wayne with the president of the Mad Ants, and he was the nicest guy I'd met. And we spoke the entire time. We kept in contact, and so obviously the Mad Ants was the first one, just because he was so sweet. And then I started in the 07, and then the tin caps are right there, so it made sense.
The Mad Ant's my favorite.
Yeah.
All right, speed around. So if you're going to order a bagel right now, what one are you going to order?
Beef, bacon, egg, and cheese.
If you were going to do anything else besides owning a bagel shop, what type of a restaurant would you own?
Sushi.
Sushi. Got it. I love sushi. And then what's something fun that you would want to add to your bagel shop that you guys haven't already?
Live music.
Live music. Yeah, because you play, don't you?
I do, yeah, I did. And we've tried doing different things to implement live music into the shop, and I'm still working on that perfect functionality interweaving of music.
Sweet. Do you have anything like that's happening in the bagel shop that you want to kind of promote real quick?
We're going to be doing music this spring during the weekends.
Awesome.
So, and turning the weekend mornings into like a hangout party, like a morning party.
Love it. Thank you so much, Davies.
Thank you.
Hi Northside, this is Miss Graham with another Media Center moment. I wanted to tell you about some things that are happening in the Media Center. One is this week through December 22nd, the day we go on winter break, we are offering a nonfiction treasure hunt here in the nonfiction section. You'll learn how to use the Dewey Decimal System when you come down with your class. That's the lesson this month. And then using the Dewey Decimal System, you'll go through the nonfiction section, filling in each of these books until they spell a message. When you complete the entire sheet, you get some candy, and you also, for every word that you complete, get an entry into the drawing that we're doing. If you happen to win that drawing, you win a $25 Visa gift card. So definitely something to consider happening the next week. Also, the bookmark design contest is coming to an end on December 22nd as well. So before we leave for winter break, if you have a design that you have drawn on a template or created on Canva or some other digital platform, get those turned in to me before we leave. Here are some books I want to tell you about. One is The Inheritance Games. It is about a girl and 2 or 3 other people who are all named in the will of a very rich man. 2 of the people are his sons, and she has no understanding as to why she was chosen. This is the first book in a series, and it gets really complex because obviously, as the name implies, there's a game, and the person who wins gets the substantial inheritance. Here we have Winter Soldier, written as a novel. This is based off of the Marvel character. If you are interested in, stepping up from comics to actual novels, this one's available. It's his story, quite expanded. And then we have Braiding Sweetgrass, which is a book that helps you kind of balance the scientific knowledge of plants with the indigenous wisdom that comes with the earth and learning about it. So this is a teaching on plants that's specifically geared towards young adults. There is also an adult version that's very popular, and I recommend it. It's lovely. This is the little book of big life change with excellent tips on how to change habits and set yourself up for a strong transition into adulthood. Then we have one of my all-time favorite picture books. We just added this to the collection. It's called The Watermelon Seed. It's about an alligator who accidentally swallows a watermelon seed and goes through some traumatic imaginings, but it's silly and there's hijinks galore. And then we have my own personal plug. This is a book that I wrote. It was published last year by Raycraft Publishing, and it's about Brave Miss Muffet. And when I was originally writing this book, I was writing a puppet show for the Allen County Public Library, and then I transitioned it into a book. But the idea that I asked myself was, what happens if Miss Muffet isn't afraid of the spider? Why does she have to be afraid every time? And so it's a conversation between her and the narrator, arguing about whether or not Miss Muffet is actually afraid. So something to consider. And that's all I have for you today. I hope you guys visit us soon.
Hi Northside, this is Mr. Stanley again. Through the end of this semester, I'm still holding in-person meetings on Wednesdays in D242 for the 2025 Amsterdam and Paris trip. The beginning of the new semester, it's going to switch to just virtual meetings, but still plenty of time to sign up if you're interested. You can see me in D326 also if you have any questions.
Thanks for tuning in. That's all for today's edition of the Weekly Northerner. There's only 1 week left until the semester ends.
Have a great day, Legends. We will see you here next week.